I woke up to a sound that didn't belong to any dream. Beep. Pause. Beep. I tried to move and my body refused like it didn't recognize me. He's awake, a woman said. My eyes burned open. White lights. Masked. Faces I didn't know. Panic rushed in before sense could catch up. Easy, a man said. Don't try to sit up. Where am I? I asked. My voice sounded thin, borrowed. Hospital, he replied. You've been asleep a long time. How long? I asked. The man hesitated. That scared me more than the answer. 12 years, he said. I laughed once. Came out wrong. That's not funny. My mother stepped forward. Her hair was gray. That broke something inside me. Mom? I whispered. She covered her mouth. I'm here. What year is it? I asked. She told me. I did the math and felt the room tilt. No, I said. That's not possible. The doctor adjusted something near my arm. You were in a coma after the accident, he said. Your brain activity only returned fully last night. Accident? I asked. Car crash, my mom said softly. On your way home. Home. The word pulled at something familiar. Emily, I said immediately. Where's Emily? The room went quiet. Too quiet. My mom looked down at the floor. The doctor glanced at the nurse. No one answered. Where is she? I asked again louder. She's my fiancée. The nurse stepped closer. I'm sorry, she said gently. Sorry for what? I asked. She moved on, the nurse said. A long time ago. I stared at her. That doesn't make sense. My mom whispered, please don't push yourself. I need to see her, I said. She wouldn't leave. The doctor spoke carefully. People change when time passes. 12 years passed for you, I said. Not for me. No one argued. I tried to lift my arm. It shook. I was supposed to wake up and marry her, I said. We had a date. My mom's shoulders trembled. I know. When did she leave? I asked. My mom didn't answer. The nurse said, after the first year. Did she visit? I asked. My mom closed her eyes. At first. How often? I asked. Less, she said. Then not at all. The doctor said, you need rest. No, I said. I need the truth. The nurse nodded. She signed papers. She gave up her role. Gave up. I repeated. Like a subscription? My mom cried quietly. She thought you wouldn't wake up. I did, I said. I'm here. Silence again. I looked around the room. Machines. Tubes. A calendar on the wall. So my life kept going, I said. Just without me. My mom reached for my hand. I never stopped waiting. I squeezed back weakly. Did she ever ask about me? My mom hesitated. Not after a while. I stared at the ceiling. The beeping felt louder now. So I slept through my own ending. The doctor said, this is overwhelming. We can talk later. No, I said. If I stop now, I'll fall apart. The nurse said softly, you're allowed to grieve. I didn't lose her, I said. She left. My mom whispered, she built another life. I turned my head slowly. Another what? My mom didn't answer. The nurse said, we'll take this one step at a time. I don't have steps, I said. I lost 12 years. The doctor said, you survived. I laughed again. Barely. A young man peeked into the room. He's awake. Yes, my mom said. The man smiled nervously. Welcome back. I looked at him. Who are you? I'm your cousin, he said. You held me at my graduation. I don't remember, I said. That's okay, he replied. You will. I wasn't sure about that. The nurse adjusted my pillow. Try to breathe. I did. It hurt. I closed my eyes for a moment and saw Emily's face from 12 years ago. Younger. Smiling. Waiting. When I opened them, she wasn't there. I woke up late, I said quietly. Did anyone save my place? No one answered. That's when I understood. The life I was supposed to wake up to didn't disappear in pieces. It vanished all at once. And I was the only one who didn't move on. I didn't ask to see her life. It found me. My sister sat beside my bed with her phone in her hand. She hesitated. Are you sure? Yes, I said. Show me. She unlocked the screen and turned it toward me. This is Emily now. The first photo loaded slowly. Emily stood on a balcony I didn't recognize. Glass walls. Blue water below. She wore a dress I never saw her wear before. That's not our apartment, I said. My sister swallowed. No. I scrolled with shaking fingers. More photos appeared. Private jets. Red carpets. Interviews. She's famous? I asked. In a way, my sister said. She lives with Daniel Royce. The billionaire? I asked. She nodded. Her boss. I stopped scrolling when I saw the children. 5 of them. Different ages. All smiling. Whose kids are those? I asked. My sister didn't answer. I asked again. Whose are they? She whispered, hers. The room felt smaller. She didn't have kids, I said. We didn't want them yet. That was 12 years ago, my sister replied. I stared at the screen. So she built a family. Yes, she said. With him? I asked. She nodded again. I handed the phone back. My hands felt numb. When did she stop coming? My sister looked away. After the first year. She promised, I said. She said she'd wait. I know, she said. I pressed my lips together. Did she ever ask if I woke up? My sister hesitated. Not after a while. I closed my eyes. Breathing felt difficult. So I died slowly for her. No, she said. She moved on. That's worse, I replied. The doctor came in. How are you feeling? I feel replaced, I said. He paused. That reaction is normal. Is erasure normal too? I asked. He chose his words carefully. She signed legal documents. Power of attorney. Medical consent. Meaning? I asked. She stepped away, he said. Completely. I laughed once. Clean break. My sister said softly, she didn't even come to the hospital later. How long later? I asked. Years, she replied. I stared at the ceiling. So she erased me while I was breathing. The doctor said, you weren't conscious. I was alive, I said. He nodded. Yes. I asked my sister, did she tell people I died? She told them you wouldn't wake up, she said. Same thing, I replied. She reached for my hand. I'm sorry. I squeezed weakly. I don't feel angry. She frowned. You should. I feel hollow, I said. Later, alone, I opened the phone again. I searched Emily's name myself. Articles appeared. Philanthropist partner of tech mogul Daniel Royce. Mother of 5 balances luxury and charity. I read every line like it was a stranger's obituary. That's not her, I whispered. But it was. The nurse checked my vitals. You're breathing fast. I saw my future without me, I said. She nodded gently. That can hurt. I asked, did she ever leave a message? No, the nurse said. Not even one? I asked. She shook her head. My sister returned. Do you want me to block her name? No, I said. I need to see it clearly. She sat quietly. She looks happy. I'm glad, I said, surprising myself. You are? She asked. Yes, I said. Because it means she chose this. What does that mean for you? She asked. I thought for a moment. It means I wasn't an accident. She looked confused. She didn't lose me, I said. She replaced me. Silence filled the room again. That night, I dreamed of waking up again. Same room. Same machines. But no one came. I woke sweating. Breathing hard. Emily's face wasn't in the dream. Just the children. And the space where I used to be. I didn't cry. I felt something crack quietly inside me. Not my heart. My identity. I wasn't her fiancé anymore. I wasn't waiting. I was the man she outgrew while I slept. And that truth didn't scream. It settled. Heavy. Permanent. Unavoidable. The phone felt heavier than it should have. My sister placed it in my hand and stepped back. She agreed, she said. Just, don't push too hard. I nodded. I won't. The call connected. I heard breathing first. Then her voice. Hello. Emily said. I closed my eyes. It's me. There was a pause. I know, she replied. You sound calm, I said. I am, she answered. I didn't know how else to sound. I woke up, I said. I heard, she replied. I'm glad you're alive. The words landed flat. Glad, I repeated. I waited as long as I could, she said quickly. How long was that? I asked. About a year, she said. Maybe a little more. And after that? I asked. Silence followed. I waited. I couldn't live in limbo forever, she said. I was breathing, I replied. I was still here. You weren't conscious, she said gently. That didn't make me dead, I said. She exhaled. I know this is hard. Why didn't you come back? I asked. Even once. She hesitated. It was painful. For you, I said. Yes, she replied. For me. I let that sit. So you chose comfort. I chose survival, she said. I did too, I replied. Without choice. She didn't answer. I woke up expecting you, I said. That's my mistake, I guess. You shouldn't have expected anything, she said softly. That hurt more than shouting would have. Do you remember what you promised me? I asked. Yes, she said. Did you mean it? I asked. At the time, she replied. The phone shifted. Another voice entered. Come. Controlled. This is Daniel, he said. I just wanted to say thank you. For what? I asked. For understanding, he said. This situation is complex. I laughed quietly. You replaced me. No, he replied. Time did. I was unconscious, I said. Not gone. Emily spoke again. Please don't do this. Do what? I asked. Notice. Daniel said, we didn't plan to hurt you. You planned to move on, I said. That was enough. We wish you peace, Daniel said. The call ended. I stared at the phone. My sister sat down slowly. Are you okay? I think so, I said. You're shaking, she said. I stopped hoping, I replied. Later that day, a lawyer visited my room. He carried a folder thick with paper. I'm here to explain your legal status, he said. About her? I replied. Yes, he said. Emily held power of attorney. And? I asked. She signed documents relinquishing responsibility, he said. Medical, financial, personal. So she erased me, I said. She acted within her rights, he replied. Did she ever ask to reverse it? I asked. No, he said. I nodded. That's clear. The lawyer continued. There's no dispute. I'm not filing one, I said. He looked surprised. Most people do. I'm not most people anymore, I said. When he left, the room felt quiet again. Familiar. The nurse came in. How did the call go? It answered everything, I said. She adjusted my blanket. Do you want to talk about it? No, I said. I want to remember it. That night I replayed her voice. Come. Finished. I realized something simple. 12 years of silence wasn't confusion. It was a decision repeated daily. I whispered, you chose a life without me. No anger followed. Just clarity. The next morning my sister asked, what now? I listen, I said. To what? She asked. To actions, I replied. Emily didn't call again. Daniel didn't text. That told me enough. I stopped imagining reunions. Apologies. Explanations. I stopped asking why. Hope faded quietly, like a light turned off in another room. I didn't feel empty. I felt free from waiting. 12 years of silence had finally spoken, and it said everything I needed to hear. Rehab started with pain and patience. Mostly pain. A man with gray hair and calm eyes rolled my wheelchair toward the bars. I'm Mr. Alvarez, he said. Stand. That's it. I asked. No speech. You don't need one, he replied. You need balance. My legs shook when I tried. I'm not ready. He nodded. Neither was I when my wife left. I looked at him. You just say that to everyone? No, he said. Only men who need to hear it. I gripped the bar. I feel useless. You feel human, he replied. Move your left foot. I did. Barely. That hurt. Good, he said. Pain means you're present. Each day followed the same rhythm. Stretch. Fall. Try again. You were asleep a long time, he said once. Your muscles forgot you. So did people, I replied. He met my eyes. People forget. Bodies remember. Between sessions, silence followed me. No calls. No messages. The nurse asked, visitors today? No, I said. She smiled politely. Tomorrow maybe. I stopped hoping for that. Mr. Alvarez walked beside me one afternoon. Why do you walk like you're apologizing? I don't know, I said. You lean forward, he said. Stand tall. I straightened. Pain shot up my spine. Again, he said. I did it again. I was someone before, I said suddenly. You still are, he replied. Not the same, I said. Good, he said. Sameness is lazy. I laughed weakly. That's harsh. It's honest, he said. That night I dreamed of Emily again. But this time I didn't chase her. I woke up sweating, breathing hard. The notebook waited on the table. I picked it up. "What are you writing?" the nurse asked later. "Facts," I said. "About what?" she asked. "About me," I replied. I wrote dates. The accident. The coma. The call. Emily's words. Daniel's voice. The silence after. Not anger. Just record. Mr. Alvarez noticed. "You're quieter." "I'm listening," I said. "To who?" he asked. "To myself," I replied. He nodded. "That's progress." One morning I stood without holding the bar. "You didn't tell me to," I said. "You didn't ask," he replied. My legs trembled but I stayed upright. "Good," he said. "Now walk." "I can't," I said. "You will," he replied. I took one step, then another. I fell. Mr. Alvarez didn't rush. "Get up." "I failed," I said. "You learned," he replied. That difference mattered. Later my sister visited. "You look different." "How?" I asked. "Quieter," she said. "Stronger." I smiled faintly. "I'm still here." She nodded. "I see that." That night I wrote again. I'm not a fiancé waiting. I'm not a man paused in time. I closed the notebook. The next day Mr. Alvarez said, "Why do you walk today?" "To leave," I said. He smiled. "Then walk forward." I did. Slowly. Carefully. On my own. The past stayed behind me. Not erased. Observed. I wasn't healed. But I was present. And that was enough to begin again. I didn't look for the articles. They found me. My sister held up her tablet. "You're trending," she said. "That sounds fake," I replied. She turned the screen toward me. A headline stared back. "The man who never woke up." "That's me?" I asked. She nodded. "They found the hospital records." I scrolled slowly. Comments filled the page. "Why did she move on so fast? How do you leave someone in a coma?" I handed the tablet back. I didn't say anything. "I know," she said. "That's what's strange." A nurse walked in. Reporters called again. "What did you say?" I asked. "That we can't comment," she replied. "Good," I said. Later my phone rang. I recognized the number immediately. I answered. "Hello." Emily's voice came through tight and rushed. "Please don't talk to them." "I haven't," I said. She exhaled sharply. "They're twisting things." "I'm still silent," I replied. "You don't understand," she said. "Daniel's investors are nervous." "That's not my problem," I said. She paused. "Are you angry?" "No," I replied. "I'm quiet." That silence scared her. "People are asking questions," she said. "They don't know the whole story." "They know enough," I replied. "You could clear this up," she said. "By lying?" I asked. "No," she said. "By explaining." "I'm not explaining your choices," I said. Her voice softened. "I waited." "You waited until it was inconvenient," I replied. She inhaled. "Please." "I'm still not speaking," I said. "You should ask yourself why that's not enough." She hung up without saying goodbye. My sister stared at me. "You okay?" "I think so," I said. A therapist stopped by. "Public attention can be overwhelming." "I'm not overwhelmed," I replied. "I'm observant." He nodded slowly. "That's different." Articles kept coming. Daniel's name appeared more often now. "Billionaire's perfect life has a shadow." Questions surround Roy's family image. I didn't read them all. I didn't need to. Daniel's assistant called next. "Mr. Royce hopes you're recovering." "Tell him I am," I said. "He'd appreciate discretion," she added. "I've been discreet for 12 years, I replied. She didn't respond. My sister asked, "Do you feel vindicated?" "No," I said. "I feel validated." There's a difference. At physical therapy, Mr. Alvarez noticed my focus drifting. "Where are you?" he asked. "In the noise," I replied. "Come back," he said. "Noise fades. Strength stays." I nodded. "They're asking questions now." "Good," he said. "Means you stopped carrying them." That afternoon, Emily texted. "Can we talk again?" I typed back. "I'm still listening." She replied. "Listening to what?" I didn't answer. A journalist showed up at the lobby. "Just one question," she said. I shook my head. "I won't be a story." She studied me. "You already are." I walked past her. That night, I scrolled anonymously through comments. If it were me, I'd never leave. Money changes people. He deserves better. I closed the app. My sister sat beside me. You could speak. I know, I said. Why don't you? She asked. Because truth doesn't need volume, I replied. Daniel's name slipped again. Stock dipped slightly. Nothing dramatic. But enough. Emily called once more. This is getting out of control. I'm still silent, I said. She whispered, that's what makes it worse. I almost laughed. Emily, I said. I slept through 12 years. I won't sleep through this. She didn't answer. The next morning, a headline changed tone. Silence raises more questions than words. I folded the paper. Mr. Alvarez said, you look lighter. I set something down, I replied. What? He asked. The need to explain myself, I said. He smiled. That's strength. I didn't feel powerful. I felt steady. Karma didn't arrive screaming. It arrived whispering doubts into rooms I never entered. And for the first time since I woke up, I realized something important. I didn't need justice to chase anyone. It was already walking on its own. All I had to do was stay still and let it pass through. The world kept asking questions. Just not the ones they wanted answers to anymore. I met them in a quiet cafe near the hospital, the kind with soft music and chairs that were too close together. Emily stood the moment she saw me. You look different, she said, unsure how to place her voice. I am, I replied. She nodded like she expected that answer. Daniel stayed seated, watching me closely, his hand resting near his coffee. 5 children crowded around the table, curious eyes, crumbs on their fingers, life spilling everywhere. These are the kids, Emily said like I needed an introduction. I know, I replied. I've seen them. One boy leaned forward. Who are you? I smiled at him. I'm someone who woke up late. Emily flinched. I'm sorry this is awkward. Not for me, I said. I already crossed the strange part. Daniel finally spoke. We appreciate you agreeing to meet. I didn't come for appreciation, I said. Emily folded her hands. I wanted to apologize. For leaving? I asked. She shook her head slowly. For how uncomfortable this must be. That's honest, I said. I'll take honest. Silence settled between us. Cups clinked. One of the kids laughed, unaware of the weight on the table. I woke up alone, I said. Emily looked down at her hands. I woke up and asked for you, I continued. No one knew where you were. Daniel said, we didn't think a meeting like this would be healthy. I'm not discussing health, I replied. I'm stating facts. Emily whispered, I truly thought you'd never wake up. I did, I said. That part seems to surprise everyone. Daniel leaned back. Life moved forward. I stayed still, I replied. That's the difference. One of the girls tugged Emily's sleeve. Mom? Emily brushed her hair. It's okay. Stay here. I smiled gently. I don't blame them. Daniel studied me. What do you want from us? Nothing, I said. Emily frowned. There has to be something. I came to see, I replied. See what? Daniel asked. The life that replaced mine, I said calmly. Emily's eyes filled. I never meant to hurt you. You never meant to remember me either, I said. Daniel's jaw tightened. Careful. I am being careful, I replied. A child laughed again, loud and bright, cutting through the tension. I said softly, while I slept, my body lived. My life didn't. Emily whispered, I was young. I didn't know how to wait forever. So was I said. I just didn't get a choice. Daniel asked, are you planning to speak to the media? No, I replied. Then why put us through this? He asked. To close a door, I said. Emily looked up. On us. On who I used to be, I replied. She reached across the table. I didn't take her hand. I don't need apologies, I said. I needed truth. She nodded slowly like something finally landed. Daniel said, you're calmer than I expected. I learned restraint, I replied. He looked at me again, then away, unsettled. Emily said, can we stay in contact? I considered it carefully. Not yet. She nodded, accepting that boundary. I stood. I wished the children well. Daniel stood too. That's all? That's everything, I replied. Outside, the air felt lighter than I expected. I took a breath that felt like my own. I realized I didn't feel small standing there. I felt finished with something that no longer owned me. And for the first time since waking up, I knew control had quietly changed hands. Emily asked to meet again. This time she chose a private room at the hospital. No children. No cafe noise. Just chairs and silence. I didn't sleep, she said when I walked in. I did, I replied. She studied my face. You've changed. I stopped disappearing, I said. She nodded slowly. Daniel's company is under pressure. I know, I replied. Investors are asking questions, she continued. About integrity. About honesty. I waited. She exhaled. They're connecting things. I never spoke, I said. That's what scares them, she admitted. Daniel entered then, closing the door behind him. Let's be direct. I prefer that, I replied. Emily looked at me. I stayed because comfort was easier than uncertainty. I let the words sit. Thank you for saying it clearly. She flinched. I didn't think you'd understand. I do, I said. I just don't excuse it. Daniel crossed his arms. We didn't ask for this attention. You didn't stop it either, I replied. Emily's voice shook. Do you hate me? I answered honestly. No. Relief flashed across her face. I don't protect you anymore, I added. That relief vanished. What does that mean? She asked. It means I won't lie to make you comfortable, I said. Daniel scoffed. You should move forward. I met his eyes. I already have. He leaned closer. Then why are we still here? Because regret finally learned how to speak, I replied. Emily sat down heavily. I built a life while you slept. I know, I said. And now it feels fragile, she whispered. That's what happens when foundations avoid truth, I replied. Daniel said sharply, You're enjoying this. No, I said. I'm finished with it. Emily looked up. Can we fix anything? I thought carefully. You can be honest without asking forgiveness. She nodded slowly. I ignored your existence. Yes, I said. Because it was easier, she said. Yes, I repeated. Daniel looked between us. This isn't productive. It's final, I replied. He clenched his jaw. You could help us. How? I asked. By saying nothing, he said. I already am, I replied. Emily whispered, That's worse than anger. I stood. That's clarity. She reached out. Please don't erase us. I'm not erasing you, I said. I'm refusing to be erased again. Daniel said quietly, People will assume things. They always do, I replied. Emily's eyes filled. I wish I waited. I wish you chose differently, I said. Wishes don't rewrite years. Silence returned, heavier now. Daniel asked, Is this revenge? No, I replied. Revenge destroys. What is this then? He asked. Boundaries, I said. Emily nodded like she finally understood. You don't need us. I never did, I replied. I just believed I did. She stood. I'm sorry. I know, I said. Daniel opened the door. We're done here. Yes, I agreed. In the hallway, Emily called my name once. I stopped. I hope you're happy, she said. I'm honest, I replied. That's better. I walked away without looking back. Later, my sister asked, How do you feel? Clear, I said. Angry, she asked. No, I replied. Victorious, she asked. Present, I said. That night, I wrote one line in my notebook. Regret found its voice. I found my spine. I closed the book. Revenge never came. Respect did. And it stayed. The job offer came in an email with no emotion attached. We reviewed your background, the recruiter said later on the phone. Your skills still apply. I haven't worked in 12 years, I replied. You built them before that, she said. They didn't disappear. I accepted without celebrating. When do I start? Monday, she said. I hung up and sat quietly. My sister watched me. You're smiling, she said. I'm functional, I replied. That's new, she said. Moving out took one suitcase and a box of notebooks. The apartment was small. Clean. Quiet. You don't need much, the landlord said. I know, I replied. The first night, I lay on the floor instead of the bed. No machines. No monitors. No waiting. Just space. Mr. Alvarez called. You still walking? Yes, I said. Running? He asked. Soon, I replied. Work was steady. Familiar. My hands remembered before my mind doubted. You're focused, my manager said. I don't drift anymore, I replied. Money came in slowly. Enough. Honest. Emily called one evening. I heard you moved. Yes, I said. I can help, she said. With furniture. Money. No, I replied. She hesitated. Connections. No, I repeated. I owe you, she said. You owe yourself honesty, I replied. Silence followed. Daniel texted later. We respect your independence. I didn't answer. My sister visited the apartment. It's bare. It's mine, I replied. She smiled. You look awake. I am, I said. At work, someone asked, what happened to you? I woke up, I replied. They laughed, thinking it was a joke. It wasn't. Emily tried again. Just coffee. I agreed. Neutral ground. You don't seem angry, she said. I'm not, I replied. That scares me, she admitted. It should, I said gently. Anger wants something. And you? She asked. I don't, I replied. She pushed a small envelope toward me. For expenses. I slid it back. I don't take replacements. Her eyes filled. You're different. I'm whole, I said. She whispered, I miss you. I miss who I was, I replied. Not who you became. That truth landed quietly. At night I cooked simple meals. I stretched. I wrote. Not about her. About me. I earn what I use. I stand where I sleep. I choose what stays. Emily called less. Daniel disappeared entirely. That felt right. One morning I caught my reflection in the window. Scarred. Upright. Real. You did this, I told myself. No applause followed. Just breath. My sister asked, do you forgive them? I stopped measuring that, I replied. Do you forgive yourself? She asked. Yes, I said. Work offered more hours. Responsibility. You're reliable, my manager said. I'm present, I replied. That night, Emily texted one last time. I hope you're happy. I typed back. I'm awake. She didn't respond. I sat on my floor again, back against the wall, listening to the city breathe. No one owned my time. No one defined my value. I didn't rebuild to prove anything. I rebuilt because I could. And for the first time since opening my eyes after 12 lost years, I understood something simple and solid. I wasn't starting over. I was finally starting. My life settled into something quiet. Work in the morning. Coffee alone. The same route walked twice a day. No surprises waiting to hurt me. A coworker asked, you always this calm? I practice, I replied. At night, I cooked simple food and cleaned as I went. My sister visited less often now. You don't need checking on anymore. I never did, I said gently. She smiled. I know. Emily's name stopped appearing in my days. When it did, it felt distant, like hearing about weather in another country. A message came once. Just saying hello. I didn't reply. Not because I was angry. Because I was finished. Daniel didn't cross my mind at all. That surprised me most. I thought power meant remembering. It doesn't. It means forgetting without effort. One evening, Mr. Alvarez called. You still standing tall? Yes, I said. Good, he replied. That's the posture of a man who chose himself. At work, my manager said, we're planning long term. I am too, I replied. He nodded. Glad you're here. So was I. Sometimes I thought about the coma. Not as a hole in my life. As a strange pause. I told myself, you didn't miss everything. You missed noise. Confusion. Wrong choices repeated. What woke up was different. Stronger. A neighbor asked, why do you live so quietly? Because I already slept long enough, I replied. She laughed, not knowing how true that was. I stood at my window one night, watching lights blink across the city. I didn't wake up to win anyone back, I said out loud. No one argued. I didn't wake up to fix broken promises. I woke up to stop living inside them. My sister asked later, do you regret anything? I regret believing my value depended on staying, I said. She nodded slowly. That makes sense. I sat on my floor again, notebook open, writing one last entry. I lost 12 years. I gained my name back. The room was quiet. No applause. No closure speeches. Just breath moving in and out. That was enough. The past stayed where it belonged. Behind me. And for the first time since waking up, I knew something with certainty. I didn't survive to be chosen. I survived to choose myself. And I did.